Yeah, boss of YouTube, aka what's up YouTube? Welcome to what was supposed to be our semifinals match for VDL Season 7, the Uber season. This was against the Common Boy, if I'm not mistaken, or that Common Boy, sorry. We faced him in week 2, and this was easily the toughest game that we had throughout the entirety of our season. He made some trades later in the season, and this would have been a new matchup more or less because he had some new mons that we had to face. Unfortunately, CALYREX Ice was easily the absolute worst matchup we could have gotten here in semifinals because he won his round 1 playoff match. Unfortunately, he had some personal life stuff, some last second life stuff come up, and he couldn't play this game, and I was gonna go on vacation, I believe a few days after the initial scheduled time that we were supposed to play this game, so I couldn't play the person he played in round 1 instead, and I ended up getting the forfeit win. Ultimately the mods were like, okay, you get forfeit win. So yeah, a bit of a cop-out here because, well, we made it to finals, which sucks kind of because I really wanted, like, I remember stressing so much about this game because this is easily the worst matchup that we had going into this playoff run. CALYREX Ice literally just bends my team over and runs right through it, man. Ice is already something we are severely weak against. CALYREX Ice is top 2, if not top 1 best Pokemon, along with Zacian. I mean, honestly, I think they're interchangeable best mons in the format because it just Trick Rooms. It's so bulky. It gets 1 KO in Trick Room and then it just steamrolls because it gets an attack boost every time it gets a KO. So this was definitely a giant pain to prepare for, and I want to thank the front office homies for helping me prep for this game. I did a lot of mocks. I put a lot of time into this build, and it sucks because we didn't even get to use what I wanted to use, and I can't for the life of me find the team that I had for this matchup, or else I would post it for you guys. I think I had like Terra, Water, Dragonite. That's like the only thing I really remember. Jirachi this time around was an Iron Ball. We brought Iron Ball Jirachi in our first game against Common Boy to outspeed CALYREX Ice in Trick Room. Actually, I think I was Wish Protect Jirachi this time with a Covert Cloak for stuff like Shaman. That makes sense, right? Yeah, I think I have Meowscarada. I had like, actually, hold on. I might honestly have the build here on my phone. Hold on. Where is it? Yes! Okay, I found it. Alright, so yeah, here we go. Okay. We had Terra, Water. I'll try and put it on the screen for you guys. I apologize. I just literally realized this last second here. So we had Terra, Water, Roost, Flamethrower, Surf, Roar, Dragonite. We had Choice Specs, Dragapult, which did apply a lot of pressure to his squad. Obviously, we did need to be careful with Draco Meteors. We had Sub, Recover, Dual Stab, Hoa, very bulky offensive set. We had very min speed Tinglu to outspeed CALYREX Ice in the Trick Room because we are slower than it, which would have been great. And as I mentioned, we had Wish, Recover, Jirachi with Iron Head and Ice Punch, and then Life Orb, Sucker Punch, Meowscarada. So yeah, I'm sorry, I just realized that, but I'll try and put it on the screen here real quick for you guys to see the sets. So that was our squad going into this game. I mean, regardless, it would have been a very difficult game just because, as you can see, Common Boy's squad is very scary. I honestly think that this was kind of a little bit of an easier matchup than the initial trades that he had because his fire type is now Chi-Yu. It wasn't Gouging Fire. Gouging Fire was actually a giant problem in our first initial match. This time around, he did not have as much of an annoying presence in something like Swallow. Yes, he has Wheezing, but I wasn't too concerned about that. Swallow definitely caught me off guard in our initial game. Sandy Shocks and Deontay are a really good hazard core that he could have potentially brought. Skyman, I was more or less expecting this time around, but then again, that's how we had Covert Cloak Jirachi. Goldango, depending on the set, could have been a little bit annoying. I saw Scarfed and Nasty Plot and Mox, so that could have been a bit of a liability, but the biggest issue was easily CALYREX Ice. It doesn't matter if I knew the set was going to be Trick Room. It comes in, it lives a hit, is able to Trick Room and outslow everything, live anything, even if I did have Tinglu, and then potentially just steamroll out of hand, which is why I did have Terra Water on Dragonite, because if he didn't have something like Seed Bomb, then he can't hit us for super effective damage, and then from there we could phase him out, maybe knock him out with Flamethrower. Worst case scenario, he was like Trick Room, weakness policy, I don't get on my hazards, and then I pop his weakness policy and he just steamrolls through us. Unfortunately though, we won't know what could have happened, and that is a little bit unfortunate, but hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy that we're able to make it to the finals. This again, as I mentioned, does feel really lackluster, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Last minute life stuff happens and you can't really change things, right? So yeah, if you guys want to see our previous matches or any matches from this season, then I'll hopefully have a playlist made by the time this goes up, and you can check that out in the description below. But with that being said, we're heading to the finals of season 7 of the VDL. We are still gunning for that Gen 9 champion, so hopefully we can get it. And with that being said, I will see you all with the finals game.